talking about how to master self-confidence. Okay, can you guys hear me? I always want to do my sound check before I go on. So can you, hi, happy weekend guys. Please tell me where you guys are joining from. I haven't done that lately, but I always want to know where you guys are joining from. So please tell me where you're joining from and tell me if you can hear me okay. Because when I do my lives inside, I have started using my mic again because I noticed that the sound is a lot better. So 2 things you guys have to do for me, actually 3 things before we start. Can you guys tell me if you can hear me properly? Tell me where you're joining in from and tag at least 1 person to join this live. Okay? Tag at least 1 person to join this live. Wow. Okay, so let me start telling you guys, there's people here. There's somebody from Barbados, from Mozambique, from London. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy. From Nigeria. Okay, everybody says they can hear me. So you guys have 3 assignments. You tag 1 person on this live, and how do you tag them? You just type their name in the comment section and post it, and they will come and join. There's somebody from Kent in England here. Whoo, I'm so happy. Barbados, Nigeria, Mozambique, London, South Africa, of course, South Africa in the house. You guys, I'm so happy. You know, this is why I love doing lives, because I feel like I'm meeting up with all my sisters and my brothers from all over the world in this virtual space. It's the most beautiful feeling ever. More Nigeria in the house. So, okay, so you guys have 3 assignments. You've done the first assignment. Keep telling me where you're joining in from and tag a friend. I'm sure you guys have friends who are also on Instagram. Okay? There's no way that you're here on Instagram by yourself. So I haven't seen anybody. A lot of you are joining, but nobody has tagged somebody else to join in. Okay? And I do want to say this is a topic about how to master self-confidence, but I also want you guys to ask me your questions. Okay? I'm also going to take your questions. I'll take as many questions as I can. And then the rest you can bring to my DM, but I do want to answer your questions. So let me type, ask me your questions anytime. Wonderful. I see people tagging their friends now. Very, very good. I always see that the reaction is always delayed when I ask for something. Ask me your questions anytime. Okay, and let me pin this. So everybody, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining. As you're joining, please tell me where you're joining in from. My name is Dr. Iyabo Webzel. I'm a board-certified pediatrician, a fellow of the American Academy of Pediatrics. I'm a business and lifestyle coach, a holistic transformational coach. What does that mean? I'm a one-stop shop for your coaching. I coach you on everything from your personal side to your professional side. You know, our lives are made up of everything in our personal lives and in our professional lives. So I'm that one-stop shop coach that can coach you on everything that has to do with your personal life, your self-confidence, like we're discussing today, your self-esteem, your emotional intelligence, your relationships, your love, your romantic relationships and your platonic relationships, your health and wellness goals. Yes, absolutely. I can help you with your health and wellness goals. Whether you're an adult or a child, I can coach you on everything health and wellness. You're trying to lose those 10 pounds, those 20 pounds. You're trying to get your blood pressure properly maintained. You're trying to get your diabetes better controlled. I can coach you on all of those things. Okay? What else? Yes, I teach about money. Money. Business. Entrepreneurship runs through my veins, like I've told you guys. So I love the business world, any business at all, whether it's online or offline, whether it's service-based or whether it's product-based, any kind of business, bring it to me. and I'll help you with business strategies. Okay? So no matter what kind of business you have, business strategies are fundamentally the same. This is what I tell people. Whether you sell cakes, or you sell electronics, or you sell jewelry, or you're just a counselor, or you're a doctor with a business, or you're a lawyer with a business, or you sell wigs, or you sell whatever you sell, business is business. So if you're somebody who's very experienced in business like myself, you can handle any kind of business. I've been an entrepreneur for the past 19 years. I started my pediatric practice offline in Atlanta, and I scaled it to 7 figures, and it's been making 7 figures for the past 14 years. I have a book that brings me some income. So I'm an author. My book, Permanent Happiness, is a best-selling book. You can go to Amazon and see all my 5-star reviews. I'm a blogger. I'm a speaker like I'm doing now. I love to speak and inspire and motivate. And I also own an online coaching business that I started formally in 2020. And that is growing, growing, growing. You guys know how much I charge in my business. So I do all of those things. I'm a monetized YouTuber. I'm also a monetized Instagram content creator. I do get paid for my reels. I've been monetized for my reels. So I have all those income streams. I'm also on the medical board of Flow Health. You guys probably know what Flow Health is. It's also called Flow Tracker. It's the largest women's wellness app in the world. I'm one of their pediatricians on their medical board. So those are the things I do. And of course, I'm a wife to my honey, Neil, and I'm a mother to my 4 kids. My 2 daughters are 24 and 18, and my stepsons are 11 and 8. So there we go. Those are all the different hats that I wear. Those are all the different things I do. So today we're talking about one of the most important ingredients for success. Are you guys ready? I need a few of you to let me know you're ready. Are you ready? Do you have your pens and journals ready to take notes? Because the replay of this live will not be on my Instagram. It will be on my YouTube. So if you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube, this is the time to subscribe. You can pause this now and go to YouTube and search for Dr. Iyabo Webzel and just hit that follow button or hit that subscribe button, and make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube, because most of my lives on Instagram now, the full replay will be on my YouTube. So if you're not yet subscribed to my YouTube, please go and subscribe to my YouTube, Dr. Iyabo Webzel. I get a lot of good feedback about my YouTube content. You guys love my YouTube videos, so make sure you're subscribed. I will have a few clips here on Instagram. So I see all of you saying you're ready. So self-confidence is I want to say after health and wellness, because you know, if we're not healthy and we don't feel well and strong, we cannot achieve our goals. So I want to say, second to health and wellness, the second most important ingredient. Okay, write this down. The second most important ingredient for success, fulfillment, and for achievement of our goals and dreams is self-confidence. Okay? And I looked up the definition of confidence before I started. I found many definitions online, but my favorite one that I found online is defined by psychologytoday.com. And if one of you can type fast, I'll say it twice, but confidence is a belief in oneself. It is the conviction that one has the ability to meet life's challenges and to succeed, and the willingness to act accordingly. So I love this definition. I'll repeat it. Confidence is a belief in oneself. So the first part of confidence is you believe in yourself. Okay? Confidence is a belief in oneself, the conviction that one has the ability to meet life's challenges. So you believe in yourself, number one. Number two, you believe that you have the ability to meet challenges in life. Number three, you also have the willingness to act accordingly. So action. So the three parts of this definition that I love are belief in oneself, the conviction that you have the ability to face any challenges in life, and your willingness to act accordingly. So you believe in yourself, you believe that you can face all of life's challenges, and you are also ready to act accordingly. Okay? There are many of you who come to my DM and you ask me, Dr. Iyabo, thank you, somebody got it. Thank you so much. Yakin, God bless you. I knew somebody would type it. Thank you so much, my sister. I'm going to pin this. Thank you, Yakim. Thank you so much. God bless you. So Yakim pinned it for me, and confidence is the belief in oneself. It's the conviction that one has the ability to meet life challenges and the willingness to act accordingly. God bless you for typing that for me. So you guys are listening. I have some really good students in class today. Praise God. So you see how there are many parts to confidence? Many of you come to my DM and you ask me that, Dr. Iyabo, how can I be as confident as you? You know, you're so confident. How can I do it? How can I? So many of you have asked me. So this is why I wanted to deal with this topic today, because it is so important, because I'm telling you, confidence, a high level of confidence will take you far in life. I believe that genetically, I think I inherited confidence from my parents. I believe that from the day I was born, I had a high level of confidence, but my faith has also always been high, and I'm going to come to that. I was raised as a Muslim to start. I don't know if some of you know my story. My parents were Muslim until the day they went back to heaven. I was raised as a Muslim from day one. I became a Christian at the age of 25 when I got married to my ex-husband, and I've been a Christian since then. But even when I was a Muslim, my faith was very strong. I have my private relationship with God. I'm not a Bible or a Quran thumper, but I hear the word of God, I read the word of God, and I believe the word of God. So my genetics, I believe I inherited confidence from my mom and dad, my high level of faith, and then my hard work, because I also saw my parents, they were hard workers, they were both entrepreneurs, they didn't work for anyone. So I was raised in a household where I saw the parents working hard, making their own way. They were not civil servants, they had their own business. So I saw that example and I really wanted that. So I was a hard worker, I was always at the top of my class. I got all A's. I got into medical school at the age of 16. My JAM scores or whatever they were very high. When I got to England, I passed my PLAB first time. I got to America, I became chief resident in my third year. You know, I've always been a hard worker and I've always been at the top of things. So it's a vicious cycle. It's a vicious good cycle with confidence. You're hardworking, you achieve your goals. Once you achieve your goals, that makes you even more confident. The more confidence you get, the more goals you can achieve, the more goals you can achieve. You see, so that's the thing about life. Even if you fail at some things, I've had some failures in my life. Well, I mean, I don't look at it as a failure now. It's a lesson. There's no failures. I take that back. There's no failures, but some people may say, oh, but she's gone through a divorce, but yeah, life hasn't always been rosy for me. Trust me, this woman you're looking at has been through many storms. Don't let me start, but they were all lessons. My divorce was not easy, but I'm still standing today and I'm aging backwards because God brought me through. So all of those life lessons, my triumphs, my wins, all of those have made me more confident, because even when I felt like life wasn't going well, I never gave up. I never gave up. So you can look at the definition of confidence. I've always believed in myself, as you can see. I've always had the conviction that I was able to meet any of life's challenges. any of life's challenges. I lost a sister to cancer that devastated me many years ago. I got through that. My divorce devastated me. I got through that. And so many other challenges. So many. When I first started my business, it wasn't easy. I was burnt out. I was overworked. I was tired. There were many times I just wanted to walk away from that practice like, look, I'm tired. You know, if I tell you how many times I just wanted to walk away from my practice and just say, oh, this practice is hard work, but I kept going. I had the conviction to keep on facing the challenges. I kept going. So many things. When I was going to buy my first house, it was a challenge to get the mortgage. You know, a black woman in America, you want to buy this house. You know, I've had many challenges, but I have maintained the conviction never to give up. Never to give up. And I've always had the willingness to put my action in forward motion. Action and confidence go hand in hand. Guys, write this down. Action and confidence go hand in hand. If you're always in the preparation mode, okay, those of you who have 1,000 business ideas, but you never bring those business ideas forth. You know, some of you have had a business idea since your 20s and you're in your 50s and 60s today, and you have not taken any action to bring that business forward. Your confidence will be low because all you have is a plan. Thank you, Yakin. Our action and confidence go hand in hand. If you want to become more confident, you have to learn how to take action in your life. You can't just have all your plans written down on paper and you don't execute. You must execute if you want to get more and more confident, okay? So all of this is just the beginning phases. I haven't gone into the real topic yet. But the good thing about confidence is that it can be learned. Did you guys hear me? Confidence can be learned, and it can be learned at any age. If you're 65 years old today and you feel like you've lived your entire life with low self-confidence, low self-esteem, you can still learn how to be confident today. If you're 55 years old today and you're like, oh wow, Dr. Iyabo, did you prepare this topic for me? My confidence has been so low, I don't believe in myself, I just feel like I'm not good enough. There's still hope for you. You can still get confidence today. So sit back, get your glass of water, get your tea, and get ready to make notes. The good thing is confidence can be learned at any age. Any age. You know, if you feel like you've gone, there's so many of you that flood my DMs with saying you have low self-esteem, you have low self-confidence. And when I finish talking to you and telling you about why it's the world that is lying to you, then you guys believe it. So no matter what, it's never too late to learn self-confidence. It can be learned. And there's so many advantages of self-confidence. If you want to start achieving all your goals and dreams, you must increase your self-confidence. If you want to be happier in life, you must find ways to increase your self-confidence. Did you hear me? Happy people are usually confident people. If you see somebody that seems very happy, very joyful most of the time, and they're peaceful, I even want to say, you know, most people who have peace, people that you meet and they just give you this calmness of mind, or they just make you feel good, they have a high level of self-confidence. Have you ever been around somebody before that has very low self-esteem? Oh my goodness, they will drive you crazy. People with low self-confidence will give you stress and chaos because every second they're asking you, does my hair look good? Oh, is my hair getting rough? Do you think my braids look good? Do you think my lipstick is good? Do you think this top is too colorful? Do you think I should wear plastic earrings or should I wear gold earrings? People with low self-confidence and low self-esteem, they're very difficult to be around. They're very difficult. I know many people like that, and I don't like being around them because they their energy rubs off on you, their vibes rub off on you. If you give them a compliment, they'll start saying, "Oh, me? Is it me you're talking to? No, I'm not beautiful. Oh, look at all the acne on my face. Look at all the wrinkles on my face." They're always self-sabotaging. They're always self-critical. So that's not a good trait. Again, I'm not saying you should be confident to the point where you're not humble, though. You have to be confident with a big dose of humility. That's very, very important. You don't want to be confident, so confident that you become arrogant. That's not good. I see some people like that too. They get to a stage of life where they feel like they've learned so much, they know so much, then the confidence becomes arrogance. And that's terrible. That's worse than anything. So you have to balance confidence properly. You have to make sure, you are not self-sabotaging and saying that believing that everything about you is bad. That's terrible. You know those people that you can't give them a compliment. Their self-esteem and their self-confidence is so low that if you give them a compliment, they're quick to say, "Oh no, why are you telling me I'm slim, I'm fat? Can't you see this? Can't you see that?" They'll point out all their flaws for you, and you are looking at them and you're like, "You're beautiful," and they don't agree with you. They don't take compliments. But on the other end of the spectrum, there's also those people who are so confident, they become full of themselves, they don't want to take corrections, they feel like they know everything, they are ready to argue every point, they are ready to, put everything down, behave as if they know everything. Those ones are problematic as well. So you have to balance your confidence with a good dose of humility, because that's what God wants us to do. Also, being confident makes you very, very credible. I love this one. The 2 C's: confidence and credibility. If you guys didn't think I was credible, so many of you won't be on this live, right? Credibility, which is kind of like trust, right? Credibility kind of means the same thing as trust. Trust, dependability, authenticity, originality, all the litties. So if you have a high level of confidence, people around you will be happier. People around you will love being around you, but confidence makes you so credible. And what does credibility do to you? Thank you for tagging all your friends to join. And what does credibility do to you? Oh my goodness. Credibility will help your business grow. It will help more clients come to you. It will help you make more sales. It will help you price your products and services at the highest level. Your business will grow. Your friends will be happy around you. Your relationships will flourish. So if you're a person of credibility, you will make money. And most people today that you see who are millionaires and billionaires, who got their money from hard work. I'm not talking about those who inherited millions from their grandfather or their great-grandfather. No. Most people today who are wealthy, you'll see that they're very confident. If you look at the Beyoncés and the Michelle and Barack Obamas and Oprah Winfrey, all of these people, right, you'll find that people who are wealthy, who've been able to sustain their wealth, not those who get wealthy and mismanage their money on drugs and nonsense and, material things, but those who've been able to sustain their wealth, you'll see that they have a high level of confidence. And that's because confidence makes you credible. And when you're credible, people will trust you. They'll want to do business with you. They'll want to buy from you. So me being on this live today and talking, and you guys enjoying what I'm saying, and me being confident enough to share all of this knowledge with you, makes me very credible. I come live a lot. I talk to you guys live. I communicate with you in real time. This builds up my confidence even more. You guys can see how I relate with you. You can feel my energy. You can feel my emotions. And this makes me a lot more credible. So even when I start talking about my coaching, that you guys should come and I can help you with self-confidence, with self-esteem, with your relationships, with your businesses, with your finances, all of those things, you'll trust me. So even if I tell you that my coaching costs $50,000, you feel that you have a high level of trust to pay me. Yesterday, I've had tons and tons. Every day I get tons and tons of leads in my DM, but yesterday I got a very strong lead who's going to be paying for my coaching in a couple weeks. And she made a statement that made me so happy. I actually felt like tearing up. She was like, Dr. Iyabo, I just started following you a few days ago, but I trust you so much. And I read that message as we were chatting in my DM, and I asked her, I said, tell me why you've trusted me so fast just from knowing me for a few days. And she was like, I saw your ad that went through my feed, and I came to your page and I started watching all your videos and looking at your reels, and I just was able to connect with you and trust you so well, and I'm ready to sign up for your 25,000 coaching program. And that made me feel so good. It made me feel so fulfilled, because I'm like, this is what I pray for every woman, that every woman that follows my platform, that sees me on Instagram, anywhere, or on LinkedIn or YouTube, that I can transfer some of my confidence to them. I can transfer some of this to them, and I can coach them to also become confident, to trust themselves, to believe in themselves, to have the conviction that they have the ability to meet life's challenges and they can step out in action. So that made me feel so good that somebody who's only been following me for 2 days can tell me categorically that she trusts me and she's going to sign up for my coaching program in a couple weeks. And usually people will say, oh, it takes months and years for people to trust you. Yes, everybody's different. It may take some people 2 years to trust me before buying from me. That's fine. But the more confident you are, the more people will trust you, the more you'll be credible, the more money you'll make, the more easily you'll be able to raise your prices, the more easily you'll be able to tackle your challenges. Did you hear me? The more confident you are, the easier it will be for you to tackle your personal and your professional life challenges. Your boss is looking at you somehow. Your work colleagues are looking at you somehow. Trolls are posting insults on your Instagram page. You're upset, you're this. If you're confident, you just laugh it off and move on and say, whatever, I'm God's child. Na dem sabi, like we say in Nigeria. Na dem sabi, oh, na you sabi, me, I'm God's child. You can be giving yourself headache over there. Me, I am God's child. I'm confident. I'm covered. Okay? I'm God's child. So you can insult me, I will block you. You can roll your eyes at me, I will keep on facing my front. So self-confidence helps you tackle personal and professional challenges. Not that you won't go through life struggles. Life is not a straight line. We're all going to go through life struggles. People are laughing. But if you're confident, you'll be able to shrug it off, face your front, put your cares on the Lord, and you'll keep on moving. So confidence is so important. So now, let's get into the matter. So if self-confidence is so important, how do we build it up? Thank you all for joining. How do we build up our self-confidence if it is so important? Self-confidence will help us make more money. It helps us become wealthier. It helps us become more attractive. Being self-confident, it's more likely that we'll be able to attract a better partner, a better wife, a better husband. It's more likely that we will just flourish and have peace in life. So if self-confidence is so important, how do we begin to achieve it? Let's start with number 1. The easy things first. Okay? Your body language, our body language, your looks, your posture, your body hygiene, your smile. There's some of you, I come to your page, I look through all your pictures, I look through all your reels, I look through all your videos. You're not smiling in any of them. You cannot be confident if you don't learn how to smile. If you don't like your teeth, go and see your dentist. Okay? If you don't like your teeth, go and see your dentist, or go and buy a toothpaste that will help you whiten your teeth. You have to smile. If you want to be confident, you have to smile. So let's talk about the basics first. No matter what, looking good is not vanity. Looking good is important for confidence. You see how I dressed up today? You'll think I'm going out to some dinner party or some cocktail party. I wanted to talk about confidence, so I put on my nice, shiny, colorful top. I got my plastic earrings. They're from J. Crew. These earrings probably cost me $29.99. I made myself look nice and shiny because your body language, your looks, your posture. You know those people that once they turn 30 or once they turn 40, they start to feel like they're too old. And then when you see them walking, they're like bent over because they want to act like a big mama. They want to feel old. That is a terrible thing for self-confidence. If you want to be confident, you stand up straight. You sit up straight. Okay? Even when I coach my clients, when I'm teaching them how to speak live on social media, I tell them about how to position themselves, a nice background, sit up straight, okay? Sit up straight, chest up a little bit, nose up a little bit. You don't do this. You don't crouch like that because you want to feel big. No. So you smile, you have good posture, you dress well, you smell well. If you're going out to a function, you're going out with friends, you're going to work, take a shower, use your deodorant, spray on some perfume, smell nice. Don't let people start saying, you know that girl with body odor, you know that girl with mouth odor. So we're starting first with the outward appearance. Yes, the way you look makes you confident. I'm not saying you should go out and buy all the Gucci and all the Chanel and everything. You don't have to spend $1 million to look good. You can even buy used clothes. I've shown you my used clothes. I go to a used clothes store. I buy used clothes sometimes in my neighborhood here. I dry clean them and I rock them. There's nothing wrong with cheap clothes. You can go to Walmart and buy $20 clothes, nice red lipstick, and look good. But the outward appearance is number one, because that's what people see first. And if people see you and they're warm and welcoming to you and they receive you well and they smile at you, it makes you confident. If people notice you in a crowd, it increases your confidence. So put on that pop of color. Wear the bright pink, wear the bright yellow, wear the bright green. You don't have to dress in black and gray all the time. So number one tip to look more confident is pay attention to your looks. If you need to lose weight, lose weight. Watch what you're eating. It's not just about exercise. You can walk 10 miles a day. If you don't watch what you're putting into this mouth here, this orifice, you won't lose weight. If you're overweight or you're obese and it makes you not confident, lose weight. Hire a trainer. If you can't afford a trainer, go to Google or YouTube and look for tips there on how to lose weight. Start eating your fruits and veggies. But the way you look and your body language helps you become more confident. Number two on how to become a more confident person. Okay? What do you mean by anything valuable? Damira, I am. What question? What does that mean? Anything valuable? I don't know what you mean. Number two way to increase your confidence is have a growth mindset. Okay? What is a growth mindset? Be open to learning. know that you can never know everything, right? Okay, no matter what, you can be the biggest professor, you can be the biggest doctor, you can be the biggest neurologist in the world. Be open to learning. Read books. Have a growth mindset. Don't have a narrow and closed off mindset. Be open to learning. If you're a 50-year-old, be open to learning from teenagers. They may know something more than you. Be open to learning to 20-year-olds, okay? Because you're in your 60s doesn't mean that every 20-year-old is foolish. They don't know anything. So you must have a growth mindset. You must be open to learning. That's number 2 way to become more confident, okay? Then number three way to increase your confidence is emotional intelligence, okay? Emotional intelligence. The third way to increase your confidence is you have to learn how to be emotionally intelligent. Okay, it's kind of related to growth mindset, but not quite. So you have to be emotionally intelligent, which means something like the lady I just removed from the live. She obviously lacks emotional intelligence. She's not patient enough. Okay, so while I was talking about body language and looks, she posted a rude statement and said, but what else? Do you have anything valuable? So I asked her, I said, what do you mean by do I have anything valuable? She's like, okay, everything you're saying, we already know it. Can you tell us something new? That is obviously somebody that lacks emotional intelligence, right? Because be patient. I told her that was number 1. I told her that was the first way to become more confident, but she's asking me in a rude way that we already know that. Can you tell us something more valuable? So I removed her from the live because she was distracting me. And you see how I did it with a straight face. I didn't get angry. I didn't cuss her out. I just removed her from my spirit space, right? So that's what you do. Don't let people get you worked up. Just let them go. So number 3 is learn emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is feel what other people are feeling. You know, behave to people how you would want to be treated. Treat people how you would want to be treated. You know, respect yourself so that other people can respect you. Oh, I removed her from the live. So emotional intelligence is how stable are your emotions? How stable, you know, how stable are you? Do you get easily upset? Do you not respect people? You know, are you in control of your emotions? You know, kind of like the Will Smith saga that happened that day. Okay, kind of like the Will Smith saga that happened that day. I love Will Smith, but I guess that day he was going through stuff. But, you know, you have to try to be emotionally intelligent and calm so that you don't lose your cool. So that is the third way to be confident. You must master emotional intelligence. That was number 3. Number 4 way to become more confident, you have to stop self-sabotaging. And you have to stop self-limiting beliefs. This one is hard for a lot of people. Number 4, you have to stop self-sabotaging. And you have to stop the self-limiting beliefs, which are just lies that are going on in your mind. How do you self-sabotage? You self-sabotage by spoiling opportunities with your own hands. Right? You self-sabotage by not being patient. You self-sabotage by kind of what that lady did now. Now she can't enjoy my life because now I've removed her from my life because she wasn't emotionally intelligent, you know? So self-sabotaging is you using your own behavior and your own bad traits to bring you bad results. And then self-limiting beliefs, it's self-explanatory. Stop thinking you're going to fail. Stop stop being scared of things. Stop having 100 business ideas, but you don't execute any. Stop procrastinating. Stop postponing all your plans. Stop thinking that every business idea is a bad idea. Stop thinking that, okay, they say all businesses fail, so they say most businesses fail, so I'm not going to start my own business. Self-limiting beliefs will lower your confidence to zero. This one is very, very common. I see it all the time. Women who self-sabotage all the time. Women who don't want to listen to corrections, right? They don't want to listen to corrections. They think they know more than they know, okay? Then they self-sabotage. Instead of them to be patient, to be calm, to listen to the person that God has brought them, to listen to advice, to listen to instructions, they don't listen to the person who knows. They go and discuss their problems with somebody else who's lying to them. The outcome becomes a disaster. They self-sabotage. Self-limiting beliefs. You limit yourself with all of the lies that are in your head. You limit yourself by going to people who are not qualified to coach you, to advise you. You end up with bad results, and then you're like, yay. That us, Niger, like, yay. I should have listened to Dr. Iyabo. I should have just paid Dr. Iyabo that 25,000. Look at me now. I have wasted 50,000, 5,000 here, 2,000 here, the 3,000 there. And look at me. I've lost everything. I should have just gone to, stop self-sabotaging. Women do this all the time. Women self-sabotage a lot more than men. A lot more than men. Because women, we're more emotional. We're more emotional. Everything is like you want to ask the whole village. You want to ask the whole neighborhood. By the time you've asked 50 people for advice, you end up with the wrong strategy. Instead of you to just pick one or two people who are qualified, who are experts to ask, you go and ask the whole village, and then you end up confused. You end up with the wrong strategy, and then you lose out. So this is why I'm spending time on this one. Self-sabotaging and self-limiting beliefs, you have to combat those. If you want to increase your level of confidence, you must combat your self-sabotaging behavior and your self-limiting beliefs. The next part of how to become more self-confident, do a check-in of your inner circle. I'm not going to waste time on this one because we repeat it over and over. Who are your advisors? Who is in your inner circle? Who do you go to with your problems? Who do you go to with your business ideas? Who do you go to for your personal problems? Who do you go to for your confidence problems? When you're down, when you need advice, who is advising you? Before you open your mouth and ask anybody for advice, ask yourself this question. Do you admire them? Would you be happy living their life? Okay? If you don't admire the person, if you will not be happy living their life, you have no business asking them for advice. Are they qualified? You're asking them about a health and wellness question. Are they qualified? Are they a physician? Are they board certified? That you're asking them a health and wellness question. Are they board certified? Have they gone to school? Do they have a degree in some kind of health and wellness? How many years have they been practicing? You want a business question. You want a branding question. You want to ask somebody about what kind of business to set up, or you have a business that isn't doing well. You go and ask somebody that has never started a business to advise you on your business. You know how that's going to be a disaster. Or you go to somebody that hates their business. You go to somebody who's had a business for 3 years and they're burnt out, they're struggling, they want to throw the business away. Then you go and ask them a question about your business. You see how your business is going to end up being a disaster. Be patient. Do your due diligence. Before you open your mouth or before you type that WhatsApp question or that text, before you ask anybody a question, ask yourself the question, are they qualified? In this thing I want to ask them, are they qualified? Does their life look like a life that I want to live? Be careful of your inner circle, because the blind leads the blind too much. I see that happening too much. Blind leading the blind. People who don't know, they're going to ask other people who don't know. So it's like, you don't know, you are confused, you don't have an answer. Then you go and ask somebody who that person even needs more help than you. So it's a situation of the blind leading the blind with many women. Be careful of who you're asking for advice. And it's because you guys don't want to pay for help. This is why you go and hire unqualified people. Okay. If you are around people who are not confident, you will become like them. Okay? If you associate with confident people, they will rub off on you. If you go to people who are always criticizing every part of their body, I'm too fat, I'm too thin, my hair is too dark, my hair is too short, I'm losing hair, my hair is gorimapa, my this is that, my nose is too wide, my eyes are too big, my lips are too thin. If you are around people like that, who all they do is complain, my boobs are too flat. Do you know any plastic surgeon? My cheeks are too big. Do you know anybody that can do liposuction? Do you? If you are around people like that, they'll rub off on you. Be careful who you are around. If you are around women all the time, who all they talk about is plastic surgery, about how their wrinkles are too much, or about, if you're around women who talk about healthy meals, how to prepare healthy meals, fruits and veggies, about how to take more steps, about how to hire a personal trainer, about how to find YouTube videos for exercise, that is wonderful. But if you are around women and all they talk about is looks and the latest Ashwebi and the latest Ferragamo bag or the latest Gucci bag, please run away. Please run away. Honestly, because they'll pull you into their, I don't even know what to call it. If you are around people who are not confident, you will become like them. Next one, how do you become more confident? Okay? How do you become more confident? You have to start to use your God-given gifts. Can everybody type this, please? Because this one, if I don't say anything else, and I just end this conversation now, I've done my part. I need everybody who is on this live, on this live, to type this one. To become more confident, I shall begin to use my God-given gifts. Can everybody type while I take a break from talking? I wish I had some music in the background. Can everybody start typing? To become more confident, I have to know. I don't want you to write it like you're talking to somebody else. No, you're talking to yourself. To become more confident, I must start using my God-given gifts. That's what I want you guys to type. Talk to yourself. To become more confident, I must start to use my God-given gifts. Can everybody type, please? I've seen 2 people type, but you typed it as if you were talking to somebody else. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Everybody start typing. To become more confident, I shall begin to use my God-given gifts. Why is this so important? Why is this so important? Because from the day we were born, all of us, me, you, her, him, everybody all over the world, God gave us gifts. Some of us maybe several gifts, some of us maybe one big gift, but God gave us all gifts. He said, take these gifts, go forth in the world, use these gifts to change lives, use these gifts to solve problems, to make massive impact, and use these gifts to earn your daily bread. If you're using your God-given gifts, your confidence will soar like a rocket going into space. If you are using your God-given gifts, I'm not talking about your academic gifts. I'm not talking about the masters and the PhDs and the certificates and the 1,000 certifications you have and the everything and the diploma. I'm not talking about all those. Okay? Why is it that there's some people who have never stepped a day in any school and they're very confident? That is why. I'm not saying you shouldn't go to school. School is very good. Academic knowledge is very good, but it is an add-on. It is an add-on to God's gifts. But so many of us forget to use our God-given gifts. Why? Because the world has lied to us. Because the world has lied to us. The world makes us forget God's gifts. And some of us, it's our parents. Our parents will force us to go and read medicine, force us to read law, force us to become engineers, because what nonsense cake are you baking? What nonsense book are you writing? What nonsense arts and crafts are you doing? What nonsense singing are you doing? What nonsense hair are you doing? Go and become a doctor. Go and read your book and become a doctor. So I'm not saying this topic confuses people. I'm not saying that God created academics. God created everything. God created universities, primary school, secondary school. But even without those primary school, secondary school education things, we all have God-given gifts. What is my God-given gift? I believe, let me tell you what they are. As I've gotten older, it's become clear to me what my gifts are. I have the gifts of empathy. I have the gifts of healing. I'm a healer. I'm a healer, not just as a doctor. I'm a pediatrician. I'm a healer, not just as a doctor. I'm a healer with everything I do. I heal through my writing. I heal through my speaking. I heal through my coaching. I heal through my pediatric, my medicine skills, right? I went to school. But at the end of the day, God gave me the opportunity and the gifts to come to this world to heal people. Whether it's emotionally or physically or mentally or socially, my purpose and my mission and my gifts that God gave me in this world is to come to this world to heal. And it becomes clear to me, clearer and clearer and clearer every single day. Every message I get in my email, my DM, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, it becomes clearer and clearer to me that God put me on this earth to heal. Whether it's through anything, even my job with Flow Health, it's also healing. So I heal through my speaking, just my presence alone. People tell me that my presence gives them calm. My presence gives them clarity. Somebody sent me a message on Instagram today and told me that she was pregnant. She didn't know what to do with her pregnancy. And I am completely pro-life. I'm pro-life. I don't care what anybody says. I'm pro-life. I don't believe in abortions. You can come and argue whatever you want to argue with me. I'm a Christian. I don't believe in abortions. If any of my daughters today tells me that they're pregnant, even out of wedlock, I will advise them to keep it. I can't force them because they're adults, but they already know I'm pro-life. So this lady came to my DM and she said, what should I do? I'm not married to this guy. He's a much older guy, blah, 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 blah. I'm pregnant. And I told her, do not remove that baby. I told her. I said, do not. I said that pregnancy is a gift from God. I said, if you go and do something, he said I should do the abortion at home. I said, don't listen to him. Don't do any abortion. Go and find a hospital in your country. Register for prenatal visits, keep that pregnancy. And she said, thank you, God bless you. She said, I've been so scared because I don't want to die from the abortion. I said, you're not going to die. Keep that child. So I know that my mission on this earth is to be a healer. What is your mission? What are your God-given gifts? Have you taken time to figure them out? Or you think because they are just some silly gifts, silly as defined by the world, you don't want to develop them? You are that wonderful baker. You know how to bake French pastries. You know how to bake pies. But you don't want to make it a career because your mom and dad said it's a silly career. Or your auntie said, all these bakers, they don't earn any money. So you let it go. You're very good with sewing clothes. When you were in secondary school, you used to alter the clothes for your friends. So many gifts that a lot of us just put to the side. We think it's nothing valuable. You know, God has given you, maybe like me, healing gifts. Maybe you're somebody that brings calm to people. Maybe you're somebody who helps people with their problems. Somebody who helps people solve problems. You are able to counsel people. You're able to bring solutions to people. But no, you want to keep your job in tech. Because your job in tech is more valuable. It's more, I'm in tech. I'm in IT. How can I be counseling people? So, if you want to become more confident, find those God-given gifts from today and start to use those gifts. Start to develop those gifts because that's your purpose in life. And those are the gifts nobody can take away from you. Nobody can take away your God-given gifts. You cannot be fired from your God-given gifts. You cannot be terminated from your God-given gift. You can be in tech. You can be in the biggest company in the world. If that is not your purpose, they will fire you. They will sack you. They will terminate you. But once you find your God-given gifts, you will use it forever. You will be happy using it. It will make you confident. It will change a lot of lives. You'll never get burnt out from it. What I'm doing now, I can talk like this for the next 2 weeks. I can talk like this for the next 2 weeks and I'll be happy and I'll be joyful and fulfilled because I'm delivering healing words to you guys. I'm inspiring you. I'm giving you healing words. So what is that gift? If you don't know what your God-given gift is, that's your biggest assignment today, to find out what it is. And I'm not talking about the next big MBA you want to do, or the next big coaching certificate you want to get, or the next big PhD. Some of you have MBA, PhD, masters this, master that, master this, and you're still not happy. You're still not happy. So you can now see that all those academic achievements don't bring happiness. Purpose is what brings happiness. And what is purpose? Using your God-given gifts. You can acquire MBA, PhD, doctorate, this, that, engineer this of the something title. If your God-given purpose is to be cooking jollof rice to make everybody happy in the world, if you are meant to be jollof rice experts, and you are still acquiring MBA, PhD, honorable, retired, admiral, everything, you will forever be running helter-skelter until you start using your gifts. The next way to become more confident is you develop an intimate relationship with God. People who are spiritual, who are intimately connected with God, they tend to be a lot more confident. Why? Because they place their confidence in the Almighty. They don't put their confidence in themselves or in humans. I'm not going to belabor this one. It is straightforward. If you don't have a personal relationship with God, go and find God today. Go and open your Bible and read all of God's promises. I can do everything through Christ who strengthens me. He is my rock and my light and my salvation. Okay? Go and read your Bible. He's my shepherd. He's my provider, my healer, my Lord of righteousness, my sanctifier, all of those things. A relationship with God will increase your confidence to levels you've never seen before. Okay? The next way to improve your confidence, self-love and self-care. Have you ever seen somebody who eats healthy most of the time, who is in good shape, who exercises every day? Have you ever seen them with low self-confidence? I have not. I have not. Anytime I see somebody that looks very confident, who is very sure of themselves, who is very self-aware and self-assured, I know for sure that that person exercises every day, they take their health seriously, they go to their doctor checkups, they eat healthy most of the time, they take their vitamins, they sleep well, they read books, they do all of the health and wellness things. The self-care comes first for them. And when I say self-care, I'm not talking about going to some expensive spa or getting some expensive massage. No, self-care. Do you go to bed at a godly hour? Do you try to sleep between 7 to 9 hours a night? Sleep is very important. Do you exercise at least 30 minutes a day? Do you have a pedometer on your phone or on your wrist that counts your steps? When I talk to some women and they say they don't take up to 1,000 steps a day, I open my mouth and I'm like, that is dangerous. Do you know how many steps I take a day? I take an average of 10,000 steps a day, which means some days I take 8,000 steps. Some days I take 12,000, 15,000 steps, and I still work out with my trainer 2 to 3 times a week. So if you are taking care of yourself, you will be confident because you'll be like, yes, this body, I'm working hard to make this body look good. I love myself. So self-love and self-care will make you very confident. So if you're not eating healthy and you're eating all the junk and your BMI is very high, you're getting overweight, you have type 2 diabetes, your blood pressure is uncontrolled, your gut, you're developing a big gut and you're developing metabolic syndrome and all of those things, go and take care of yourself. This is why your confidence is low, because you're not taking care of your health. Go and take care of your mental health, your physical health, your emotional health. If you have to hire a coach like me, hire a coach like me. This is why I'm a holistic transformational coach. When you come to me with your business problems for coaching, I will also dive into your personal side. I will help you with your health and wellness, your mental, physical, emotional, spiritual health. We will talk about all those things. I'll help you with all of those things. I'll help you with your self-confidence, your self-esteem, your love relationships, your platonic relationships, before we even start talking about business. Why? Because you can't have a successful business without great health and wellness. You can't have a successful business without good relationships. You can't have a successful business without high self-confidence and high self-worth. So this is why I tell you guys that when you're going to business coaches, be careful of who you're hiring. Because if these business coaches are teaching you only about business and they're not teaching you about health and wellness, about self-confidence, self-esteem, how to be emotionally intelligent, how to have a growth mindset, public speaking skills, relationship skills, your business is not going to survive. You may make money in that business for between 2 to 5 years. It will collapse, because if you don't have a way of taking care of your personal side, forget about all of the others. Okay? So self-love and self-care, very, very important for self-confidence. Please start taking care of your health. And if you need help with your health, if you need help with weight loss, you need help with exercise, with nutrition, with your mental health, with self-esteem, self-confidence, all of those things, come and hire me and sign up for my holistic transformational coaching program. The next way to become more confident, guess what it is? Financial freedom. If you have enough money to pay your bills, to take care of yourself, to live in a nice house, to have a car that doesn't break down every second. I'm not talking about a Lamborghini or Bentley. I'm talking about a nice Honda Accord or a nice Nissan, a car that doesn't break down all the time. If you have enough money to send your kids to good schools, to receive good education, if you have enough money for your retirement fund, you have enough money for your kids' college fund, you don't worry about paying bills, you don't worry about where, you want to go out for a nice meal, you're thinking you don't have money, you want to take a trip to Italy, you are not thinking you don't have money, you want to take a trip to Spain or to Hawaii or something, you have enough money to do all the things you want to do, you will become a very confident person. I had to include this in there. Many lists for confidence don't have this one, but for a few of the lists do. But the more money you have, I'm not talking about, you don't have to become a multi-millionaire, but if you're able to pay your bills and have the basic nice things of life. You want to go on a vacation, you and your family and your kids. You want to treat yourself to, a new hairstyle. You want to buy some nice earrings for $50. You want to send your kids to a good private school. The basic parts of life. If you have financial freedom, it helps with your confidence. If you agree, type yes. Absolutely. If you're struggling with money, you know how that makes you not confident. I know it. That if you have enough money to buy the things that you need and some of the things that you want, it makes you have more confidence. So therefore, you have to work hard. You have to start using your God-given gifts. And the more money you have, the more confident you are. And the more confident you are, the more money you have. It's like this. It's like, which one came first, the chicken or the egg? Hi, Alexandria. How are you? Thanks for joining. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, the more confident you are, the more money you're likely to make, because we discussed this in the beginning. You become more credible. And the more credible you are, the more people trust you, the more they'll buy from you. And then the more money you make, you also become more confident. So it's wonderful. You have more money, you can buy all the basic things of life. You don't have to be counting pennies, having sleepless nights over money. A weekend comes up, you're like, oh, I really want to go to the beach. And you're like, family, let's go. We're going to Hawaii for a few days. Okay, come on, guys. We're going to St. Lucia for a few days. It's nice to be able to do all that. And that makes you more confident, okay? The next thing that makes you very confident, we discussed this before. If you want to become more confident, you start being of service to others. You start changing lives. You remember those God-given gifts we talked about? You start using them every day to make impact. You start living a purpose-driven life. This is one thing that has absolutely made my confidence soar over the years, because I'm always looking for people to pour into them. Look at me. I've been talking for almost an hour and a half, giving you guys tips on how to be more confident. That makes me feel so warm inside. It makes me feel so good, and it makes me more confident. The more people that I help, and I get feedback in my DMs about, you changed my life. Without you, I wouldn't have done this. Dr. Iyabo, thank you, Dr. Iyabo. I trust you, Dr. It makes me feel good about myself. And the better I feel about myself, the more confident I am. I'm not talking about just being a good wife and a good mother. God didn't put us on this earth only to serve our family. He put us on this earth for a bigger purpose than our family. Yes, we have to be good wives, good mothers, good aunties, good grandparents, but our purpose is much bigger than our family. So are you using your God-given gifts to serve others and to live a purpose-driven life? That will make you much more confident. The next thing that will make you a lot more confident is your past wins. Okay? Don't forget what you've done in the past that you've done well. I want to give all of you an assignment today. Go back to as far back as your memory will take you. Think about all the wonderful things you've done, how you passed your tests and your exams in school, how you helped a friend who wasn't doing well, you gave them advice and they thanked you, how you helped some old woman in the neighborhood who wasn't doing well. Think about all your past wins and write them down and give yourself a pat on the back for being a good human being. Okay? Go over your past wins. Okay? Meditate over them, journal about them, and give yourself a pat on the back for all of the wonderful things you've done in life. It doesn't matter if your life isn't going quite well now, but remember your past successes and remember your past wins, and that will help you know that you can still do well in the future. We have two more. If you want to become more confident in life, listen to me. You have to master public speaking skills and good communication skills. Very important. Very, 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 very important. Oh, thank you for buying a badge. Joyce Samero, thank you so much for buying a badge. God bless you. Thank you. If you want to become more confident, master your communication skills. Extremely important. Master your public speaking skills. I know you're going to say, but if I'm not confident, how am I going to be a good communicator? Well, it's kind of like the one we discussed before. You know that financial freedom leads to confidence. Confidence leads to financial freedom. You're going to just have to start speaking. So those of you who don't want to do lives, you have to start doing it. This is why you guys need my coaching, because I need to teach public speaking. Is probably one of the most important skills to have in life. If you want to be successful, if you want to be fulfilled, if you want to be happy, if you want to rise to greater heights in your business, your personal, your professional life, you have to learn public speaking and good communication skills. You have to. So if you want to become a more confident person, you have to start learning how to be a good communicator in your business life, in your career life, and in your personal life. How do you communicate with your friends? How do you communicate with your family, with your husband, with your boyfriend? How do you communicate with your employees or your colleagues at work? Your communication skills are very important for your confidence level. So if you want your confidence level to rise, you have to start practicing good public speaking and good communication skills, okay? And then the last way to become more confident is you seek knowledge. This is again related to growth mindset. We talked about growth mindset in the beginning, one of the earlier ways to become more confident. If you want to become more confident, you have to seek knowledge from people who know more than you, because you don't know everything. The minute you start to think that you don't need anybody to learn from, you know everything, nobody can talk to you, nobody can correct you, that is the beginning of your confidence dipping. That is the beginning of your confidence going down. You have to seek knowledge from experts, from people who know more than you, from people who have walked the path that you want to walk on. Okay? From people who have achieved what you want to achieve. You learn from experts. You learn from coaches. You guys knew that was coming up, right? You hire Dr. Iyabo. If you want to be a visionary, a leader, a millionaire, a woman of impact, a change maker, a pace setter, a woman that is set apart from the rest, which I know all of you want to be. You hire me to coach you. Yes, my coaching is expensive. I don't think it's expensive because as you're looking at me, I'm 52 years old and I've spent over $250,000. I've said this over and over on every live, on coaches and conferences and everything. That's why I can sit down for an hour and a half and talk to you guys about confidence and hardly even looking at my paper and hardly even saying, it is because of all the investments I've done to myself. So if you want to become a confident woman, a woman who is a change maker, a woman who is set apart, okay, you know what it means to be set apart. You're not like the crowd. You stand out in a crowd. You're a change maker. You're a leader. You're a visionary. You're a pace setter. You're a woman who will become one of the top 1 to 2% of earners in the world. You have to hire experts to help you. Confident people are always seeking knowledge. This is how they became more confident. Okay? If you go to Beyonce, she'll probably list all the coaches she has worked with in her life and who she's still working with. Michelle Obama, Barack Obama, all of those people you admire that look so confident, they all had coaches and they all have coaches. So yes, my 8-week coaching costs $25,000. That's why I said it's not for everyone. My coaching is not for everyone. It's for women who want to be confident badly. For women who seek, who seek elevation badly. It's for women who want to be set apart from the crowd and they want it badly. Why? Because my coaching is transformational. I dive into every part of life. And you have me unlimited for the 8 weeks. And then to even make it better, I have introduced my 6-month coaching because I have noticed that most women, 2 months is not enough for them. Okay, can you guys hear me? Studies have shown that most people need a minimum of 2 to 6 months continuous coaching. Did you guys hear me? A minimum of 2 to 6 months coaching to be able to achieve their goals. So if you're that woman who is interested in being set apart from the rest, you want to become a visionary, a leader, a change maker, somebody who is a sought after public speaker, somebody who is influential and who makes massive impact in the world, then my 6-month program is for you. But at least start off with my 8 weeks. But just know that most likely 8 weeks will not be enough, but it will still make great impact for you. So we've talked about confidence. We've talked about why confidence is so important, the definition of confidence. We broke it into 3 parts. We talked about all the advantages and benefits of confidence. We said that next to health and wellness, being highly self-confident is the second most important ingredient for success, fulfillment, happiness, and peace, and for wealth building. Second to health and wellness. Health and wellness is number 1. Second is self-confidence. If you're self-confident, you're more likely to achieve all of your goals. You're more likely to become a millionaire and a billionaire. You're more likely to become a visionary, a change maker, all of those things. And then I gave you several ways to become more self-confident. So that was it. I hope you guys gained from this live. Like I said, the replay will not be on my Instagram. It's going to be on my YouTube. So if you're not yet subscribed to my YouTube, this is the time. I'm going to end this live. You run to YouTube, search for Dr. Iyabo Webzul. Subscribe to my YouTube because I'm going to post this video on my YouTube. So make sure you go there and you subscribe right now. Okay? Love you guys. For everybody who was typing for me, Thank you so much. I'm really so grateful. And if anybody is on this live or watching the replay on YouTube and you're interested in my coaching, please come to my DM. I don't have any discounts. I don't have a payment plan. My 8 weeks coaching is $25,000 US. My 6-month coaching is $75,000 US. You will get value from that coaching, value that you will take through the rest of your life. My coaching is lifelong. Everything I teach you, you will continue to use for the rest of your life. God bless you all. I see all the thank yous. Thank you guys for trusting me enough to sit with me for an hour and a half. There were so many of you on this live. I thank you for following me, for making my community worthwhile. Love you all. God bless you. And I'll see you in a few days, because you guys know that I'm not going anywhere. I will be here with my reels and with my content and all the good stuff. So bye guys. Love you all. Bye bye.